Oblivion.
I want a new camera.
Then turn it off.
Yeah, let's just do audio only. If we get famous, we can do...
It's always if we get famous, bitch. I'm recording video for myself. You don't have to. It's just
Follow where I
easier.
live.
I don't care.
Yeah, well, this is my face.
Hi.
Damn, you should have told me you were trying to record, but I need to get high now.
Get high. I feel like that's more base to like record you getting high.
I want to have kids one day.
Not if you keep smoking weed.
Weed helps make kids.
I thought it made you sterile.
I honestly might be sterile. I just don't want to look into it yet.
I definitely am sterile, so
I don't know. I think if I shot a good enough nut up in there, you pop out a baby.
we should try that. We both want kids.
My nut is so strong and so full of willpower that it circumvents the laws of nature that have existed for billions of years.
That's a great male and pregnancy story.
And if that happened, you would have to let me name the kid because it was all me, you know.
No, we'd have to name it after whatever strain of weed you've been smoking.
So the kid's gonna be named Hybrid.
Northern Lights. That's kind of cunty.
It kind of reminds me of Northwest.
Oh, did you see you apologized for being bipolar?
No, I really go out of my way not to try to pay attention to what Kanye West says. What did he say?
I thought you were the white Kanye West, though, so it's like...
Kanye West is the white Kanye West. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was literally like the first conversation we had was like...
Oh, I don't remember saying that. I sure I did. You have like a Cam Jansen photographic memory for some reason. You just remember everything.
Who?
Cam Jansen was a series of children's books. I read them when I was a little kid. But she was like this little girl, and there would be like mysteries. She had a photographic memory. Whenever she like saw something, she would literally like put her hand up like it was a camera and say click. We need to get her on the show since we're bringing it back.
Yeah, let's do it. We should also get that dog who solved mysteries.
You're talking about Wishbone.
I was going to say Shiloh. Yeah, Wishbone.
Shiloh was different. I don't remember what his thing was. That was definitely a movie. All our super fans are like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Well, it's still Oblivion, but I titled it Millennial Oblivion, so...
Is it recording now, or are you still here started?
It's recording.
Damn, well, let me change my personality a little bit.
You're doing great with the fucking shooting load.
Yeah, you could be like one of those like conservative clickbait subjects, like you go on Oprah and it's like, she gave birth. You know?
I do remember the like pregnant man scandal. Like that was like I was in middle school when that shit happened.
That whole thing kind of really, from the era that happened, it kind of like defined my politics.
Being like a fucking indie chaser.
It just sat with me, you know? Just seeing a man with a pregnant belly.
They were like barely trans because they were getting pregnant, but sorry, that's like hateful.
They theming the man giving birth. That's what's hateful.
That's actually true. I'm pretty phobic against AFAB-bodied individuals. I'm just kidding.
I am too, but for different reasons.
Because they make you pay the check.
And as you know, because I love you, I love trans people. I support them. I accept them. Whatever shit they want, go for it, you know? So everything I'm about to say is probably going to most people dilute what I said. But the trans women I interact with, there's so many different aesthetics and types. Just like all women. You could be a fucking pretty woman type girl. You could be a golf alt, or you could be a bimbo. You know what I'm saying? Like there's all these different ways. But you see a trans man, like, they just buy jeans from Old Navy and wear Vans. And, like, they're a man now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's just like, is that what we are? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I actually think about this, too. I'm like, well, I was never, like, a dude. So it's like, when I picture being a woman, there's so many fantasies you can, like, pick from. And just being like, I want to be this type of fucking girl. But I can't imagine that as, like, a trans man. I guess you would be, like, a cowboy or something. Skater dude.
Half the ones I see, and they're all white, they dress like cholos. Plaid button up, nice jeans, I fuck with them.
Yeah, I know you do.
I never really get along with the trans man that likes women, but I get along well with the ones that like other men.
The thing is, like, trans men, especially, like, the actual ones who go on HRT, like, they become, like, so passing so fast that it's like, You probably
I also feel bad because, I'm not going to get in this whole debate of how it is hard to be a man and stuff. You really see it when, like, such an individual begins taking HRT or testosterone, and then like 3 months later, they are just like completely balding. And it's just it fucking sucks being a man. We lose our hair and people don't like us.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Like, I've like boy moded like once since like transition or whatever. I just put my hair up and a meaty on, and I still have like nails and stuff. But ask these like girls like a question or something, they were like so scared of me, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't be a fucking 6-foot man just like approaching a woman. Like, that's like scary. Like,
you start off as a serial killer rapist and you have to like dilute that as you go. Basically, everyone is terrified of you.
That's true.
And I'm not saying they shouldn't be, because you should be careful and you should be wary of men, because there are crazy men out there, but it does suck for the good ones like me,
Exactly. Oh, but what you're saying about the trans dudes who like women or whatever, the doctor I go to is like a trans man. Like, it's like doxing myself.
Yeah, like the one trans man doctor in Tennessee, like that actually could be found.
I'll just bleep out what his profession is.
He's a construction worker.
He's just so like passable. I was like, wait, am I at the right place right now? Like, and I like asked him, like, you're trans, right? Or something. And it almost felt like he like didn't want to tell me. I was like, when did you transition? Because I was thinking he was going to say like in the fucking like 80s. Oh, like about 4 years ago. And I'm like, bro, like, you are so like fucking passy. What the fuck? Like I could tell he was like bisexual, and he's like shorter, but like I couldn't tell that my like Starbucks trans man coworker was a fucking tranny.
I'm happy you brought up bisexuality, because I think we can hammer it out and you can help me understand. In this day and age, being up to date on all the new isms of gender and attraction or what, all that shit, what is the difference between bisexual and pansexual?
Pan, like, you're specifically saying you're attracted to trans people or something. But like,
as well as not trans, or only?
Yes. It's basically
okay. So like, you're into everybody for the most part.
It's like gender or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's about like who you vibe with, kind of thing. But that's also like the same exact definition as bisexual. Like, a lot of like bi people, they fuck with like trans people. Like, they shouldn't have to like have that as a fucking label, like,
yeah. Okay, working through things here.
Also, you identified as a pan on your fucking...
Yeah, because I lived in fucking Tennessee, where all these fucking non-binary punks are saying all this shit, and I'm like, well, I thought I just liked what I like, but now y'all are telling me all this shit, but now that I'm removed and I'm in Texas, I'm like, I'm super straight again,
What do you mean?
Yeah, well, like, it's just, like, I have been attracted to men before in my life, and I'm like, that's always in the back there if I need it, And then I started meeting trans men, and I was like, oh, a lot of these people are cute too. And I like women, and I was just living with that and not really thinking about it at all, and just going about my day-to-day life, not thinking like, oh, what is pansexuality? Like, I didn't care. But then like all these buzzwords are just thrown around, like, oh, well, that means you're actually technically pansexual. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just people want to put that bug out there. It's like poly people. You meet one and they're trying to fucking suck you into the polycule,
Yeah, I get that for sure.
But all of that is nixed. I'm super straight once again.
So fair. I'm super cis, so...
You're super cis, S-I-S. You're so cis, you're super cis.
Shut up. That's gay as fuck. That sounds like fucking like totally Spies.
That show was cool as fuck. I like that. That was one of those shows I watched as a kid, and my dad would come home from work and he'd be like, what the hell are you watching? And I'd like pretend that I was changing the channel,
Yeah. When I was like a kid, all my friends were girls and we would watch Totally Spies, and I loved it so much.
What show is honestly like amazing as fuck is Powerpuff Girls. Like, that show is fantastic.
Definitely.
The animation, the little story is just funny, like the villains all have these like really unique traits, and it's just a really good show. I don't know. I love that shit as a kid.
Was gonna say, I just remembered today I was watching Ranma Half. It's like an anime by
Rumiko Takahashi.
Like I read that manga when I was a kid or whatever. At some point it just like stopped and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like I guess that was all the episode. And then I look at my like Xbox 360 that I was like playing it on, and it had the fucking red ring of death on I know. Literally.
You must have, is it literally the first 360 model you have?
360S or X or whatever. Like,
damn.
But I've had it since I was 15 years old. So like 16 years.
Yeah, like 1 year.
Like I turned it off and turned it back on, and it seemed like it was gonna go, and then it didn't. And so I'm like, I'm fucked.
I'm pretty sure somebody can fix it.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, you might have to kind of hunt, and you might have to go a few towns over or some shit. But I fucked up my PS2 a few weeks ago, and I was like almost crying. And I went to a shop here in Houston. It was this elderly South American man, and he like fixed it within an hour. He charged me like $40. His little shop. There was fucking PS5, Xboxes, Nintendo. Like he just fixes everything. And I was like, oh, you fixed it so fast. He's like, well, I fixed about 10,000 in my life.
That's crazy.
You might just have to look into it, it might be a thing.
Yeah, you're probably right. I have a DVD player, so I can just like watch that stuff on my CRT.
So in a little over a month, I have a 17-hour flight. I bought 2 portable DVD players. And my mom had one, so I got that one too. So I'm rolling up to the fucking plane with 3 portable DVD players.
Oh yeah, so based.
I've been on the physical media kick or whatever,
Yeah.
But then I was like, fuck, a 17-hour flight's a situation where you want a tablet or a laptop or whatever, because it's compact, you can just download a bunch of shit on it and watch it. The DVD players were honestly more cost effective because my MacBook, battery wise, I probably watched like a movie and a half on it. So I just bought the portable DVD player. They're like huge. I was surprised. They're like fucking big.
How big?
Like if it was a laptop, you would be like, that's an unnecessarily big laptop.
Like I remember them being smaller.
They're not old. They're like literally new. The one I got from my mom is old. It's like 5 inches.
Okay.
Here, I'll put my camera on. Hold on. But yeah, look at this.
Damn. Yeah, that's really big.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna bring those. I'm bringing my little CD case. I'm gonna put a bunch of DVDs in it. And I'm just going to fucking load them up while I'm flying.
I feel like also bringing all the DVDs is like really based. I hope they like stop you and have to be like, this DVD sucks. Don't watch this movie or whatever.
Like I'm going through TSA and they look at my bag and they pull it aside. Like he's looking through. He's like, why do you have the 4th Gamera DVD? And he just like, lets me go.
He's like, I have some DVDs, and he gives you like tentacle porn hentai.
And he hands me a copy of Shallow Hal, and then I flip to the 7th page in my CD case. I'm like, I already got that one. I literally purchased Shallow Hal on DVD last week for $3 because I was like, that'd be a fun movie to watch on the plane.
It's like vaguely ringing a bell.
Oh, you never seen Shallow Hal? You should watch it. It's Jack Black. He's like an asshole, and he's like really shallow. A fucking genie or something gives him like a curse or whatever. The beauty he sees depends on them as a person. So it's like if you had his curse or whatever, if you saw like a conventionally attractive person, that would mean they're such a good person that that's how he sees them. And then it goes the other way, like a really hot person, but they're like a bitch. They look ugly to him. People talk about Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy wearing a fat suit. Gwyneth Paltrow wore like a ridiculous fat suit for that whole movie. Well, no, he meets her and she looks like Gwyneth Paltrow in the early 2000s. But in reality, she's like 450 pounds. Yeah.
Okay. No, I definitely saw that show when I was a kid. I'm looking at pictures of it too. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's a good movie. I mean, you can't beat it.
It definitely like traumatized me as a kid or some shit.
Yeah, it's like a mean movie.
Gwyneth Paltrow is so fucking hot.
Yeah, and she's like MILF mode now. Yeah, she's a beautiful lady.
She's literally like granola, like fascist or whatever. Like,
Is she?
just like, you know, like anti-vax, like something.
Well, that's like every other person times 10 in our country at this point. So,
Well, did you ever watch her reality show, The Goop House or whatever? I'm pretty sure they
Paltrow had a reality show.
Yeah, about her, because she has that business called like Goop that sells like natural, like conspiracy fake health shit, you know? Like,
yeah, like ashwagandha.
Yes.
I like ashwagandha. I'm quoting Jane. She's anti-ashwagandha, even though she turned around on it when she found out about its great benefits.
Yeah, I take it now every day. My tits get bigger and bigger. Did I ever explain to you what my fucking female ashwagandha or whatever?
I didn't know what it meant, but there is a male one, so I just figured it was some other component or whatever.
No. I'll just edit out shit.
Why is there like a little anime girl? Is that what that is?
You can see.
That's ashwagandha?
No. Girl, I bought DIY homebrew on the internet.
Damn, girl, you're homebrewing your hormones like a damn 3DS.
Yes, I'm jailbreaking my body.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be jailbait. That should be the title of the title of that should be Jailbait.
You heard the Ted Nugent song Jailbait?
Yeah, I know.
Like our comeback episode literally just called, like, I wanted to call it bisexual versus pansexual as like a clickbait, but I mean jailbait's a way better clickbait.
The jailbait to pansexual pipeline.
I don't think I've said the word jailbait this many times in succession and ever in my life. And like, I'm starting to feel kind of like gross. Like,
yeah, but also I actually get prescribed injectable estrogen. I have that. Oh yeah, you do know because you gave me my fucking shot. They keep talking about like banning HRT for like trans people, and it's just like the world gets crazier every fucking day. They thought it was going to be like right when Trump got elected. I shouldn't just be like coasting because like I could just wake up tomorrow and they'd be like, it's like banned forever. You know what I'm saying? So like I got back up. It's like just a trans woman in Brazil. She like makes it. There's like another group of people pay to get it like lab tested and stuff. You know exactly what it says. So it's not like dangerous.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's
yeah. You have to buy it with like Bitcoin, but that's like easy now. But it's like not even like dark web stuff anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of like buying peyote off of eBay. It's not hard at all if you know what you're doing.
Have you ever been on the dark web?
No.
Me neither. One of my friends actually used to buy drugs off of like the Silk Road.
Yeah, what was his full name?
Well, he got like banned. He didn't get banned. He got banned from the military.
He got banned. You're banned from this submarine.
They nuked his Navy account because he was buying fucking went off of the Silk Road. I think he's doing better now, but it's like last time I saw him was like in 2020 and he was like so strung out. I was like, I can't hang out with you anymore. He was like a high school friend who I knew for I was just like, I can't. He never went to jail.
You know, as a veteran myself, when I hear stories of people that like while they were serving were doing things like that, I'm just like, why and how? You know, and don't get me wrong, I drank like a fish the whole time I was in the military. You know, that was kind of like my thing for years, which is bad. You know, it's basically just as bad as most drugs. But I was so tired from working and just the exhaustion of just being in the military. Like, I wouldn't even think to put the energy into going to try to find drugs somehow. You know, so I just, when I hear people, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, you were fucked up, man. Like, what the fuck? Even people that go to a party and smoke weed, I'm just like, I mean, I literally am smoking weed right now, but when I was in the service, I never did once because you get drug tested and test positive, it's going to kick your ass out and you're going to be fucked. But
exactly. Yeah. And that's
like people would be at a party and they'd smoke weed and they have a drug test the next Monday just by chance. And it destroys their whole life. I'm just like, God, like, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not trying to go all gung-ho military shit right now, but
I mean, he probably just like did it once and was like, oh, this is easy. Like, I won't get caught. And then he just got like randomly drug tested. And
I have a story. It's going to take about 25 or 30 minutes of hell.
Wait, I want to talk about the Kanye thing.
Okay, what were you saying about Kanye?
Because he apologized for being bipolar.
Okay, fine then. Let's talk about it because I don't know what. Like, did he just say I'm sorry for being bipolar? Was it a tweet? Was it an interview?
He released like a note.
Does he bring up the Heil Hitler song at all?
Yeah, he does.
If he's already like flipping the script on that song, that's not an old like that song. I don't even think that song's a year old. I bet whoever was like publicly involved in the creation of that song feels really stupid right now. I mean, like imagine being the guy who directed the music video and like forever being known as the guy that. I mean, it might have been Kanye for all I know. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like,
no, yeah, that's true.
One of the black men in the video that was screaming "Heil Hitler." Like, imagine being that guy after Kanye said it was all bad. He loves Jews. You know,
there was a bunch of like other like disgraced rappers on his like albums like that had those songs.
I'm feeling of the air of you finding this fake article that you're lying about by singing Kanye songs. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. You thought I was gonna say it, but I said the radio edit version. Why is that the only Kanye song to think of right now? I used to literally listen to Kanye West every day. Like, I used to be like a huge Kanye fan, but the Nazi crazy Trump shit is bad, obviously, but like, that's not even really why I hate him. I think he's just fucking like annoying. He's just like worn out his welcome in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, I agree. Cause I also like, which is so wide of me, but he's like one of the first rappers I like got really into because of like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or whatever. Like that shit. That's like
great album. That's an amazing album. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, his first like four. I mean, I even like 808s and Heartbreaks. His first like 5 albums are absolutely fantastic albums.
Yeah, I love Yeezus or whatever too.
Yeezus is good.
And then I liked the Yay self-titled or whatever.
After all that, I'm just kind of like, I don't even know what's an album. I don't even like. I get confused after that.
No, not like that's the thing. Like it's like you can't get canceled until the music starts to suck. Like no one cares until the music fucking sucks ass.
Yeah, they've been going after my boy Morgan Wallen for years, and it has not even fazed him because his music is amazing.
Oh, it's fazed him. I feel like he's gone like so safe with so much of his music because of it, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
It was never his shit was never in his music. It was the stuff he did outside of his music.
Wait, you know Zach Top?
Yeah.
Somehow I did that fucking like the fucking like cringe TikTok fucking thing. Anyway, I was at Skinny Dennis. I went with my tranny friends, Jenny and Leah, and we went to this like country bar in East Nashville. It was kind of a weird fucking vibe. Like I'm just like not used to being in a room full of like straight people. But I feel like I was about to lock in because like dudes were starting to be like really nice to me type thing. Anyway, Leah is like a steel guitar player.
Why did you tell me about that?
She's like a new friend. And she is like big into like country and listens to like the new people or whatever, which I don't.
For some reason, I don't know what it is. You know, give me a Manic Pixie Dream Girl, give me a punk, goth, whatever the fuck. I'll take it. For some reason, the most qualitative, all-encompassingly high attraction rate thing that a woman can have for me is like loving modern country music. I don't know why.
Ew. Okay. Anyway,
I don't know why, but like I will completely like. I don't even like that shit. I only like Morgan Wallen. That was the only one I like. It's just I think it's like the country girl from high school thing, you know.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of those like girls are like I tattoo fucking like Morgan Wallen stands every day. They're like usually
have you done a Morgan Wallen tattoo?
No, but there was someone who got a Charlie Kirk tattoo. but that's a different
That
story.
is badass.
Anyway, Leah's a T for T lesbian and is trying to like turn me gay.
T is the first letter of my name.
Yeah.
Please go on with your story. I'm sorry.
Anyway, she was like we were like sitting outside smoking cigarettes, and she was like, "That's fucking Zach Top or whatever over there." Like I was like, "That's crazy." Like I don't know what he fucking looks like. Later, like when we were at the bar, I was sitting at the bar, like I was trying to get a drink or whatever, and Leah's like talking to this dude, like she's like, "I like your hat, like where'd you get your hat or whatever?" And he's like, "Oh, it's like this brand in Texas or whatever." And he was just like a white dude with like this, he was younger and he had like a really thick mustache, and I was like making like hardcore eye contact with him, like we were just like staring at each other, like I was trying to see, like I'm like, "Are you trade?" Like I'm like, "Are you into trannies?" Like giving him that stare. Days later, I'm like, "Wait, what does Zach Top look like?" And I realized, oh, that was fucking Zach Top that I was like staring down. Like he was like,
shit.
I feel like too, like I was like staring at him like you're like a nothing white boy unless you're trying to
That's probably why he liked you. You know?
Yeah. Like I was like, I have no, like I just thought, like I'm like you're. But and I like confirmed with Leah too, where I was like, "Was that hat dude? Was that Zach Top?" She's like, "Yeah, like that was him."
I'm gonna try that.
What?
Like if I ever meet a celebrity, I mean, you were being candid because you actually didn't know it was Zach Top. But like, let's say I run into Uma Thurman, I don't know why she's the actress again. I'm just going to act like she's some Joe Schmo, I'm not even going to, and then maybe I'll have a Uma Thurman sex story after that,
Well, if I knew it was Zach Top, I would have fucking been like, "Hey, do you want to see my Toby Keith tattoo?" or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't even try to talk to him. Like he was kind of like, I couldn't tell if he was into it. Just the fact that he was like maintaining like eye contact with me was kind of like, Leah said he has a girlfriend, so who gives a fuck? Anyway,
I don't know if you know this or not, but people cheat sometimes.
Not celebrity dudes.
Only Kanye doesn't cheat. He made that woman show up to that thing with him nude. He's not going to cheat on her.
Well, I mean, I am trying to get my fucking chaser country star. Like, if I'm going to be the hottest trainee in Nashville, like, I need a DL country musician to like.
I think the only reason I've considered transitioning is so that I can have a chance with Julian Baker.
Julian Baker. I feel like you could just be like, "I'm a trans man."
First of all, I'm joking. I do not want to have sex with Julian Baker ever, even if it was I was being paid. I had to be paid like $700. I don't like.
That's not a lot.
I don't like alkies. What was I saying? Oh, it's funny that you said
You said.
Yeah, it's funny you said that I could say I'm a trans man because recently on Instagram, someone used that trying to like insult me. And it was a girl and she was young. I don't know how old she was, but she's probably pretty young. And she like replied and was like, "You get trans man energy." And then like somebody like replied and was like, "Yeah, he looks like he's whatever." I don't remember what they said, but they were like agreeing.
That's what everyone says about you. Remember, like I posted that photo of us together.
Yeah, someone else said that shit. If I were a lesser man, I'd be sad about that. But that doesn't really bother me.
That just means you're like have like a quirky energy. Like you're actually going for something and not just like
basic. It's like I'm going for the look of like I was born with a cunt.
I'm trying to fucking two in the pink. One in the maybe you smoke so much weed your eggs are fertile and I'll bust like a sterile load into you.
I could do like a Mothra with the egg that's like as big as 3 skyscrapers.
That fucking baby would be like demonic as fuck. It would be like as big as my fucking Pikachu plush in the back.
Yeah, it'd be like my uncle when he came out. Apparently, some babies are born too early. He was born like apparently like almost a month late, and like apparently he was like 13 pounds or something, which is like twice as much as it's supposed to be. I'm not trying to dox my uncle for being a post-me baby. What's Popeye's nemesis?
Bluto.
Yeah, he was born looking like Bluto or some shit.
Yeah. Jenny was playing Northern Lion. He was talking about this clip from, that like family game show.
Family Feud?
Yeah. There's like this one clip of this white lady and they're like, "What is Popeye's favorite food?" And she's like, "Chicken."
Oh
wrong.
god! I'm not gonna lie. If that were me, I'd probably, you wouldn't see me again, if you know what I mean.
Same, like the fuck, like.
Did I tell you that when I was for the 3-week period where I was dating that woman that couldn't read, we watched one of the 3 horror movie Popeye movies that came out last year.
Oh, did you like it?
It was fun. I mean, it's like a horrible like D movie. It was just funny because it's literally like a monster Popeye, and he's just killing people.
I want to see the
Popeye the Slayer, man.
Oh yeah, I want to see the fucking Steamboat Willie one that came out.
They also made a Winnie the Pooh one, I think.
That's interesting. I hate fucking copyright, but
they're gonna do it.
No, I think it's like good that they can like make whatever with these like characters who live in our fucking brains. And I feel like they should be able to do that with like shit from the 90s now. You know what I'm saying? But Disney keeps making laws. So it's like they have like a billion years of like copyright protections on their shit. I forgot what I was saying. I felt like that was all I was saying. Hey, Kanye's apology. We're finally like back.
Oh, I was really wondering when we were gonna get back to that.
We're so back. Oh my god.
That should be a meme. That should be a meme.
What's Popeye's wife's name?
Olive Oil.
We'll just cut everything out and just put that in no context.
Cut out me implying that I was simping over your friend.
Well, actually, I'll say Leah is trying to turn me gay, and also Kyle wants me to turn him gay. There we go. I shout out our 2 listeners.
Kyle, I don't know if he'll listen. He has a fucking broken rib. He fucked it up at work.
That sucks. That's a long, hard, fucking broken bone.
Yeah, and unless it's literally like stabbing you. I did try to get an ongoing joke going that Kyle is a trans man. It just never caught on.
He also has that energy, but he's like trying to transition into like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. I told Ginny and Hope about the dog fight. That's literally the first time I've ever told anyone about that. It was like so traumatizing that I just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you're in Texas visiting your friend for a week. I just feel like it's not the first thing that's gonna come up.
You know, obviously, like it was literally like we were there for like 20 minutes.
It was not 20 minutes. It was like 8 minutes. Like,
but like the dog fight like happened like 3 minutes into the fucking hang.
Even though I did see the humor in it. Go on.
Well, I remember because it was like Jenny's dog Butterbean, who is like a really sweet lab. I don't think would ever bite anyone. Even though she loves me, she'll like growl when I come in or whatever. Like I was eating food, but the cat was like in my lap, closer to the food than like Butterbean was. And so Butterbean like using her dog morals to be like growling at the cat, like, and I had to like get up and like move away because I was like, I can't fucking like be in the middle of another like dog fight. It reminded me, and I was like, I'm kind of scared of dogs now, like big dogs.
Yeah, that shit was horrible.
Yeah, just like you were covered in dog blood.
Yeah.
The like porch was covered in blood, and I was like hiding behind a fucking like plant, being like, oh my god.
Yeah. Why didn't you step in and get some blood on you?
Well,
you could have shoved your arm in their mouths to get them on you instead of each other, you know?
Well, I was telling her like all of it was like kind of a gender affirming moment where like the dudes had to stop the dogs, you know, and I'm like, I didn't have to because I'm not a dude. And then also just the fact that it's like the dog apparently only does that when like women play with the other dog or whatever.
Yeah, I was told that the time before, and I'm not trying to air out all of my 2 good friends' dogs' drama.
Yeah.
They're not going to listen to this. I'm not trying to air out y'all's dog drama, but I was told that a previous incident was similar. The new dog, he's from the street. He's kind of tattered. We should change the subject.
Remember when we went to the Dutch Bros right after that? The fucking twink with the long nails was like,
energy drink for the doll.
Then they gave us like free drinks, and we were joking like, yeah, Kyle called and said y'all were just in a dog fight.
He said you guys might be having a bad day.
Okay, fucking Kanye. It's called To Those I've Heard.
Bipolar disorder comes with its own defense system, denial. When you're manic, you don't think you're sick. You think everyone else is overreacting. You feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever, when in reality, you're losing grip entirely.
Once people label you as crazy, you feel as if you cannot contribute anything meaningful to the world. It's easy for people to joke and laugh it off.
When in fact, this is a very serious, debilitating disease you can die from.
That's a
reality.
Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. Some of the people I love the most, I treated the worst.
In that fractured state, I gravitated toward the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika.
And even sold T-shirts bearing it.
I did not know he would just jump to that. Like, I thought it would be more broad. I'm sorry, go on.
It's long. I'm like kind of skipping some stuff, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like 12 paragraphs.
I was trying to deny that I was bipolar, so I clung to the swastika. Like, it's.
I feel like he's saying like not that he's trying to deny it. He was just saying he was like self-destruct.
Yeah.
One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1
Are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall, that lead to poor judgment and reckless behavior that oftentimes feels like an out-of-body experience. I regret and am deeply mortified by my actions in that state, and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. It does not excuse what I did, though. I am not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. I love Jewish people. To the Black community, which held me down through all of the highs and lows and the darkest of times, the Black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. I am so sorry to have let you down. I love us.
In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month-long
Manic episode of psychotic paranoid and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life.
With love. Yay.
I think I speak for every bipolar, autistic, Black Jew when I say this.
Turn the camera on.
That was a great apology.
I agree. As a Black woman myself,
I thought you were just gonna say as a Black. I agree. Like, I thought you were just gonna stop it.
as a
Black. Well, I actually didn't know that he was bipolar 1. I always just assumed it was 2 because for some reason I think bipolar 1 is way more rare than it actually is.
why would I don't get how it being rare means that he like wouldn't.
Well, I just always heard he was bipolar. Like, I guess. I mean, I've been diagnosed and medicated for bipolar 2. Right now, I don't really know if that's true or not, but I've been told that I was bipolar 2 by a doctor. Everybody I meet, they also are bipolar 2. Like, I knew one guy that was apparently bipolar 1. He was a fucking horrible person to be around.
Yeah, it's way more intense.
And it can get more physical and get more violent and shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't really know if it accounts for the last 10 years of his antics, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't just make the Heil Hitler song. He did a whole bunch of other shit before that, too.
That's true. Like he said, like the slaves wanted to stay slaves or whatever kind of thing.
Yeah. And I really lost all respect for him when he went after Taylor, so.
Wait, did you for real, though?
No, I mean, I loved Taylor Swift at the time, and a part of me still does. I wasn't like mad. It was just like celebrity drama to me that I found funny.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like I didn't like Taylor because she was going through her, whatever. Like when he did that wax figures of her in the bed or whatever, like, I mean, I thought it was, which I was a man at the time, so whatever. But I was like, damn, that's kind of bold. That's kind of fucking crazy and bold. Like
that was like pre deep fake AI that had to use fucking wax.
Yeah, and it was better for it.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I'd pay $1 million for that wax, Taylor Swift. Keep it nice and cold in my house, so it doesn't melt. Well, who knows? Maybe I want it. Maybe I want to watch her melt.
No, it's like her like body and stuff would be fine, but then you pull down her like pants and it's like super melted down there because there's like some friction, going down.
And I don't pull out, so it just kind of gets all mixed in with the melted wax over the course of a few weeks,
That's where we're gonna keep your sperminated Mothra egg.
You know how like I'm trying to think of an example. If you remember in Dexter's Laboratory where there was like some episodes where it was like the superheroes. We could do that with our podcast. It's like, like 40 minutes of just normal podcast and then like 5 minutes of like we have like an ongoing like fanfic story, And I think we're starting good. Like I'm just like an unwitting guy. I go on eBay, I find the wax Taylor Swift figure from the Kanye video. I spend my life savings on it, and I have it in my bed, and I'm having sex with it nightly. And over time, it turns into like a Mothra egg, and then like Mothra is born, and then like Mothra is in our world, and we can go from there.
I'm down. I also like. I hate when fucking like podcasts do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know of any examples of a podcast doing that.
Well, it's like YouTubers, like how like Red Letter Media has like they'll have the intros that are like advancing whatever like storyline of the VHS store or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but this is like Taylor Swift's wax cum Mothra egg. It's a little different.
That's true.
It's got a good story. It's got a good concept, and now you can add what happens. You can take the next part of the story. Speaking of stories, this will be a good thing to close on. Is you hear that John Lithgow is going to be playing Albus Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series?
I didn't hear that. Are you gonna watch that?
If I watch it, it will likely be like if I'm just at my parents' house and I put it on, because I got rid of all my streaming apps, and the Harry Potter series is not something that I would redo my streaming app subscription for. So if I did watch it, it would be like randomly and sporadically, But
I'm like not. Well, I guess like if we're in the Millennial Oblivion, like we probably should like watch it and like talk about it at least like a little bit.
Yeah, if I'm using my parents, I'm not paying for the subscription. Some of it's going to J.K. Rowling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never watch it on my card attached accounts.
That's true.
As I am saying this, I am looking at 3 DVDs that I own that are on my shelf that are all Harry Potter movies.
I literally have like the full collection of books. Like I have like 2 copies of each.
I love those books when I was a kid.
I did too. Like I used to fucking. I remember talking about this in your car one time, where because I remember like sneaking out of the hotel room when I was like 10 years old just to go read like Harry Potter in this hotel that we were staying at. Like this hotel was like really busy. It was like at night and there was like drunk people. I like had to go to the bathroom and there was like these 2 like really drunk dudes in the fucking bathroom. And I thought like, oh, like they're drunk, so they have no control over themselves, and they might just like attack me or something. Like they're gonna get in a fight and attack me.
I now remember you telling me this story.
It's funny too because like they were just joking. Now that I think about it, one of the guys was like still at the urinal, and the other guy like left, and the guy was like, "Aren't you gonna wash your hands, motherfucker?" or something. And I was like, oh my God, they're about to start fucking fighting and they're gonna like beat my ass.
Wait, why are we taking this out on each other when we could take it out on this child?
Yeah. But I remember talking about it in your car because you were like, we sound like 2 Potter heads right now or whatever. And I was like, yeah, just 2 men talking about Harry Potter.
Yeah. I feel like most men that I meet that will offer the information that they either enjoy or very much used to enjoy Harry Potter. Most of them are gay. I can think of 2 men that I know, that I've known for a long time, that I know love Harry Potter like me when I was a kid, that are not gay. But the ones I meet in the wild, they're all like gay,
In the wild, in the enchanted.
Why have we? I don't know how long we've been recording, but this should be the final topic because it's a good one. Why have we not talked about going to the gay bar together?
In Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
The gay dude that was like, they kissed me and shit, and he made sure to make it really fucking wet.
Oh, yeah. Well, he just like came up to us and he was like hanging on you.
Yeah.
And also you said I was the hottest girl at the bar. So you're like, you're the hottest girl here.
I mean, anyway, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, he was like a nerdy black guy, but I can't help it. If I meet a nerdy black guy, I'm like, I want to talk to this dude. Most nerdy black guys I've met are fucking cool. And, they go in on the nerd bullshit just as much as me. and I can fucking vibe out and shit. You know, they don't give a fuck. They'll fucking talk about Star Trek. They don't care. But I learned that night, when they're gay, that changes a little bit for me, because that motherfucker, he was cruising.
To be fair, like, well, cruising's like more subtle, but
okay, he literally kissed me on the cheek, which normally I'd be okay, whatever. I'm at a gay bar. I know I'm the odd man out here, literally. It was like right after he did it, I was like praying that he would look away so I could like wipe it off. And he did, and I like wiped it like with my thing or whatever. But that's another reason I don't like being around a bunch of gay men. Not out of hate or anything. Like, I love everybody, but it's like, that guy was fucking cool. They played Puddle of Mud and we were like singing it, and I was like, I've never, like, this is pretty badass to be like hanging out in public with some dude that likes Puddle of Mud, you know. And but he's gay and he's trying to fuck me, and that ruins it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you were at a fucking like gay bar, like with a tranny, like, you know what I'm saying? But also I'm like, it is kind of bold, like, because he probably thought like we were together. So it's like, why are you on my man? Also, I liked him because he was like, he asked me like how long I've been on estrogen or whatever. And I said like a few years. He was like surprised, and he was just like, well, keep doing what you're doing. Like, you're gorgeous. And then he kissed my hand, and I was like, thank you. So
we should have switched his locations. I would have traded. He's always fully loaded. I don't want this to be mistaken by our many listeners. I liked this guy as well. And the other guy he was with was nice too. I literally like wanted to be their friend. But, you know, There's always that like they're trying to fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you know, it's just.
It sounds like me like victim blaming, but
I'm not a victim.
I know. I was just going to say, like, maybe, because I'm like, I feel like I didn't always have that problem, even though I was like a masculine gay dude. Maybe it's like you put out nice guy energy where he just is like, oh, this dude's not gonna like deck me in the face, and he might be like kind of gay since he's at this gay bar. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. No, and I'm fully understanding, you know, if I am walking into an establishment where 99% of the time only gay people go, gay men specifically, I'm aware of what connotation that has, you know. And I literally took it on the chin, you know, I took it on the cheek. I turned the other cheek. And
he asked you if you were straight, and then when you said he asked me if I was straight after kissing me with spit and like hugging me and like trying to like hold my hand and shit, and like was talking really close to my face and flirting with me. After all of that, for about 10 minutes, he then asked if I was straight. Yeah, I think maybe like because you're.
They'll never say that.
I think like there's some signs you need to like give like before he's like all up on you. So like maybe like when you're singing the song and being like, oh my god, I fucking love Puddle of Mud, homie. Like I feel like that like maybe confused him like a little bit. Like he was like, oh, he's kind of giving curious vibes right now. You know what I'm saying?
That's another reason it's hard to be a man. If you express to another man that you appreciate them in such a way that you have something in common, it's like, oh, gay, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's gay as fuck. It sucks. Yeah. Did I tell you on New Year's Eve I made out with Ginny and Lydia all night? Oh, I did tell you that, didn't I?
You did.
I'm trying to at my new apartment. I should be like not as loud when I'm talking about this. Like me and Ginny, when we were moving stuff in, we ran into this guy who was like I was asking him like how his day was or whatever. And he's saying like he's hungover and blah, 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 because we were in the elevator. And then when we got out, he was like, have a nice day. And then we just kept walking behind him. And he went into the apartment right next to me. I was like, oh, damn, my literal neighbor. A few weeks ago, I saw him again. And he was like, oh, I live right next to you or whatever. And then he was like, have a nice day. But I'm kind of like, maybe he's trade and be kind of nice, you know, like next door trade. And so anyway, I was telling Ginny, next time she's over here, we're going to run into him in the elevator and we're going to like make eye contact with him. And then we're just going to start like making out in front of him. Do you think that'd work?
How old is he?
Like my age.
Has he given you any eyes before?
I mean, he remembered me from when I didn't remember him. You know, like I didn't recognize his face, but he remembered me. But that's not that surprising.
Give it,
Just that,
wait and see if there's more eye contact and smiles, and then do the make out thing in the elevator. Don't do it yet.
I agree, but it's like because the second time he initiated the conversation. That's why I'm like, maybe he's straight, you know. But
Yeah.
also, when we were at the bar, I was like asking Leah, "Are we gonna three-way give Zach some top?"
You should have.
I fucking wish.
You could have made him like that picture of Kid Rock on St. Patrick's Day, where he's like sitting back, and then like you see like two women's like heads, like they're giving him a blowjob or whatever, and he's like making like a hell yeah face, and the caption is like "Born Lucky." You could have made that Zach Top's life, you know.
See, that's what I would love to do that. Like me and Jenny, like shout out Jack Donahue. We're in agreement. Like we're tag teaming Jack Donahue if we ever run into him. That's the girl. That's not the girl.
That's Jack Nicholson's kid, right?
Yeah, the guy who dated Lana Del Rey and Ethel Cain.
Yeah. I love a list.
I think there's like another girl he dated too. He's like a star fucker for female indie musicians. But
that's how I'm trying to be with female comedians.
Amy Schumer, who's the Asian lady?
Aziz Ansari.
Margaret Cho, and Aziz Ansari.
How long have we been recording?
No, you should fuck every woman who has made an accusation against a celebrity. So you should
Amber Heard.
There we go.
Who else? I mean, there's a lot. A lot of them are like really sad. You know, or to blurt them out because I've seen the R. Kelly documentary.
Virginia, you know who I'm talking about?
No,
the Epstein girl.
I don't remember her name. I know she made the book and then she mysteriously killed herself after it. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, like she outed Donald Trump.
Yeah, so I should fuck. Yeah, so you're saying I should fuck her? Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
the dead woman. What's because all the allegations I'm thinking of were like R. Kelly or like P. Diddy, which are like terrible. Like I'm trying to think of like I don't want to say a lighter one that doesn't feel right, but like one not
Cassie. Kesha.
The R word was used in that. So like what's a lesser allegation? They're all bad. They're all pretty bad. I mean, unless there's some that were like lies, you know, that were found out later. But
yeah, no, I get you. I can't think of any either because it's like, yeah, like you only know their names if it's like, you know, bad.
Yeah. Like Bad Bunny. Apparently, my mom said this. I don't know if it's true or not. He was going to wear a dress at the Superbowl halftime show. I don't know if he tweeted it or said in an interview or if he didn't say it at all. That's also a possibility.
He had like a kiss with some like drag queen who's like really big in Brazil or something.
You sure it was Brazil?
Yes.
Where's Bad Bunny from?
Colombia?
I'll give you a hint. He's an American.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to wear a dress?
No, I feel like that's just like conservative fear mongering type shit where they're like,
yeah,
he's gay or something.
Yeah. Or if he actually did say it, he's likely just, you know, trying to
trolling.
Which I don't care. I mean, I like a lot of Bad Bunny songs. I don't care about the Super Bowl. I don't care about Super Halftime Show. I don't really care about Bad Bunny. But, you know, knowing the typical demographic of football fans coupled with the political climate right now, I like that he's like being a troll. You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny. But it's like, bro, like fucking do it because people will cry and it'll be really funny. That would be worse than Charlie Kirk. A man was wearing a dress on the Super Bowl halftime show. To those types of people, love them or hate them, they're U.S. citizens. I'm calling it right now. If that happens, it'll be worse than Charlie Kirk's death. I'm not even joking.
Giving like the Olympics last year, there were like these like drag queens and they're doing the Last Supper and like mocking religion or whatever. Because I remember my like being like, before I ever corrected him about anything, he was like, did you see those trannies at the Olympics? And they're like mocking Christians. And I was like, no. But it's like, yeah, people thought it was literal like Satan, like satanic ritual.
I wish Christians would just have like a little less on edge. Because, you know, like you think of like Judaism, for instance, you know, the Torah. There's some crazy, crazy stories in it, but there's not a lot that's like fundamentally recognizable that you can just grab and immediately make a mockery of, you know. Same goes for Islam. There's really like, unless you're just, you know, you're pointing out shit in the Quran, unless you just were like, oh, I'm showing the face of Muhammad, that'd be offensive to Muslims. But like Christianity, there's just like banger after banger of shit you can easily make fun of. And it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? People are going to make fun of it. You're telling everybody that a fucking virgin minor fucking gave birth to a baby, you know, like that in and of itself. People are going to joke about it. You know, like, why do they get so mad? They're so up their own ass.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of
I hate all Christians.
Yeah,
all.
I feel like it's one of those
nice people.
It's just one of those things, like all the shitty stuff too is like the homosexuality thing. It's like they didn't have that fucking word back then. It's like a new translation that they put in, and all the stuff about hell is like made up too. Like it's not biblically accurate. And
yeah, they don't really talk about hell.
Yeah, and so it's like, I don't know. And also, like, you're right about the, like, they need to chill, because it's like they're like so fakely persecuted. Like they're like the biggest fucking religion, and they act like they're always like under attack, you know. Just it's really annoying. But
yeah, fuck all of them.
I mean, I grew up in the fucking church. Like I went to a fucking church camp. I used to fucking pray the gay away. It works.
That's why you're into all that Ethel Kane, because she's all like, I'm a preacher's daughter and all that shit.
Yes, I am. And I'm from like a small town, you know.
This is the last statement I'm going to make for our comeback episode. You know what song Ethel Kane should cover?
What?
That song that goes, the Faith Hill song. A Mississippi girl will change her ways just because everybody knows her name. But she, like, you know, she slows it down to her typical BPM and makes the song like 8 minutes long, you know? That's too fast. That's too fast. Why have you forsaken me? All right, well, I'm going to go. Peace out.
Okay, bye.
Oblivion.